The door's open. You can come on in. Oh, it's you. Well, I see you finally made it here. Of course I was expecting you. I spend my free time looking out among the stars. You know, that's where predictions come from, right? And it's not the most precise thing, it's not the most accurate science in the world, but I knew that I would meet you if I came here to this mansion. Well, it's the whole reason I came here, to meet you. And I know what you might be thinking. Oh, I just met you. How could I possibly know anything about you? Fair enough. You see, the thing about these prophecies, these predictions, these ancient foretellings, they don't have an awful lot of detail. The specifics, the things that you learn and experience in a moment can only be learned in that moment. Think about it. If these prophecies could predict every single blade of grass blowing in the wind, you'd never get to the actual important part of the prophecy, would you? I don't know all that much about you. I just knew you would be here. The fun part? The part that's living, the part that's experiencing things, that's getting to know more about you as I spend time with you, as you spend time with me. We get to know each other and get to see how things develop from there. That's where the fun comes in. If the prophecy told me every single step along the way, things would be very boring in life, wouldn't they? So boring. I prefer my life a little more exciting. You know what I mean. I know you do. And you see, that's kind of my point. There are things I can learn about you, and there are things you can learn about me. So why don't we stop with all of these pretenses that it's been designed by fate and it has to be, and just see what it even really is? I know you'd be here. That doesn't mean I know how this story ends. Don't you want to find out together? Well, not every story will have a happy ending, though I think this one would have multiple very happy endings. No, the whole point is enjoying the story for what it is. What is it? Well, what would you like it to be? The way I see it, there's any number of things I enjoy, and any number of things you enjoy, and somewhere in the middle is an overlap where there are things we both enjoy. Well, for starters, looking at the stars. Oh no, I'm very serious though. Did you know that virtually every ancient human civilization based their creation mythology on the stars? And, I mean, if you want to get technical, the planets and the asteroid belts, the shooting stars, they called them, or really just asteroids and meteorites. But really think about that. Those glowing dots up there are so far away you will never see them. And they've still been a part of human history for as long as there's been history. Well, that's definitely one way you could think of it. Humans do like creating stories around everything they find, don't they? Oh, you know what I mean. People who are always finding so much meaning in what is quite literally a very mundane thing. That is not the face of a deity on your toast. That's just toast that burned in a very unusual way. It's not anything specific. It's not anything miraculous, but people like to believe that their story All the others were making it up or misunderstanding or misinterpreting, but I got it right. The point I'm trying to make is people make up stories about everything. Everything. So, knowing that ancient people around the world made up stories about the movement of the celestial bodies, we'll say, not all of them stars. They made up stories, they made up myths, they made up entire deities based on the movement of these things. They have shaped human understanding of the world in many ways. Now that's an interesting question, because when you look at it on a long enough time scale, it hasn't been that long since humans have become such a dominant force on this planet. So, what about before that? Humans couldn't always summon sunlight from their phones, you know. You had to learn to live in the environment you had around you because you hadn't mastered it yet. You hadn't learned how to shape it to your will. Fair enough, most people probably don't know how to build their own cell phone. But the point is, you species, you have come very far. Much farther than almost any other. And still, with all of this progress, with all of this technology, there's still things you're limited in, still things you don't know, still things you can't do. One of those things is learn how to really read the stars. And that's in there somewhere. Ancient civilizations literally sailed their ships by the stars, helped them navigate this enormous planet that they lived on. It's in there. We just need to find it. We just need to get that out of you. When I say I don't know how things will end, I'm very honest. I don't know how things will end. I do know that there is potential here. There's a lot I like here. Maybe even something I love. There is so much to like here. And so when I invite you to look at the stars, it's not because some ancient prophecy told me that you need to look at the stars. It's because you are here, and it's the thing I would like to do with you. Well, isn't that what really matters at the end of the day? All of these prophecies, most of them never even come true, right? There are a lot of prophecies that fall flat on their face. A lot of them never come about. The fact that you're here is an exception. Yes, I expected you, but I've expected many things that haven't happened. I am very pleased to learn you are not one of them. And I really am. And what's more, I look forward to learning even more about you. Well, what do you say well, before we get too hasty, there are others here that I think you should get to know. It would be a shame to miss out on a wonderful opportunity with anybody. I would never deny you that. So, why don't you just go meet everyone else and see where things lead us then? Take care, darling.